Okay, everybody, how are you doing today? Um, Yesterday I got started in Satisfactory here. This is the newly launched 1.0 version of the game. I had never played this game at all, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna jump back into it. Apparently, um, according to the Discord, I went way too long before automating things. I did a lot of manual digging. I got my hands dirty. Oh my. Um, and yeah, I guess I wasted a lot of time because presumably this miner does not actually take that many resources. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't now that I sit here and look at this. So I guess I just wasted a bunch of time. But you know what? That's just kind of how it goes, right? You don't know what the game's all about. You're kind of trying to get a feel for the resource chain of it all. And hi, Toby. Toby just busted his way in the room again. How you doing? I don't have a camera for you right now. I can't. No one knows that you're here. I could be talking to myself right now. I could be completely losing it. Um. Yeah. Anyway, I guess basically where we got to was, um, we have the three basic resources all being fed into storage containers, and it is kind of a mess. It's not a good looking base by any means. So whether we keep this base or redesign it to be determined, I think the first thing I'm interested in doing right now is figuring out how to keep these biomass burners going a little bit longer because they seem to be dying out pretty quickly, which is annoying. But but yeah, game only really gets going when you're pumping out barrels of toxic waste. Okay, well, can't wait. Um, but yeah, okay, so like looking at what we have at our disposal here, it's basically everything that I had. So we're gonna have to start diving into the tech tree. I need to figure out what the deal is with these trees and like how I was getting wood somehow. I feel like it's just from like picking up wood though, and not like punching the trees. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. So I guess I'm just gonna keep doing this. Oh yeah, there we go. +4 wood. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Okay, so we're gonna go run around and like get the generators going again. And yes, it's leg day here on whatever this planet's called. I guess this planet probably has a name, but I don't know it. Well, I guess I named it Toby Town, so it's Planet Toby Town. Joining from the gym. Oh, I see. Still Lake Destroy from the gym. That's why Bill was asking about leg day. Well, it's leg day in the gym and leg day as I run around collecting these bushes. This guy must be really strong to be able to rip up these bushes with a swipe of the hand. Or the gravity is just really low. But let's see, what do we have now at this point? 107 leaves, 34 wood. All right, I don't know. Can't rip up bushes like that. I can't even rip up small weeds like this. It's amazing how hard it is to like tear up a weed sometimes. You like get your hand around it and you think like, if I just put all of my weight, my considerable 200 pounds behind this weed and just lean back, surely it will come out of the ground. And no, a lot of the time, no. I have a craftable recipe for wood and leaves to turn them into biomass. Okay, is that different than putting them in the generator just as leaves then, I guess? Let's find out. Where would I craft such a thing? Maybe like here, I guess. Ah, yes, biomass. Okay. So this is giving me biomass. Okay. I guess that's just sort of converting both of these things into a single thing as opposed to having them be separate. I suppose that's nice just for sorting. Job removing invasive plants in Arizona. One type of invasive grass we didn't even try to pull up with shovels and picks. We just killed it with herbicide. Well, I've resorted to that. I have this insane plant in my backyard. It kind of looks like, I don't even know. It's a very weird weed. It ends up having these like massive leaves. I actually thought it was like, what's that vegetable? I don't know. There's a specific vegetable that it looks like, and for some reason I'm drawing a blank. But I thought it was something like maybe even edible. It's that large. It's like this massive plant, but it spreads like a weed, and I cannot get rid of it because it grows from the other side of our neighbor's fence, and so I will like spray stuff on it once every like 4 months, and it will seem to die, and then it inevitably like comes back up under in like 1,000 different places. It's so it's just crazy invasive. All right, we're gonna get this going again here. People talk about like a mint spreading. I'm like, I would be happy if my yard was filled with mint. But I guess it sort of looks like mustard greens, you know? It's just like big leafy greens. Okay, so everything's running again. Oh yeah, this was just really not doing anything before that. This is our copper production. Hit up to buy neighbor's property. Well, our one neighbor, the guy is just gone now. He's just left the house abandoned, which is fun. I'm gonna replace your lawn with mint, which is a nice ground cover. We get like natural clover that just goes everywhere here. If there's any rain at all, clover just springs up like crazy. Unfortunately, it hasn't rained since like February probably here. But yeah, we get kind of like a natural ground cover, which is nice. Okay, we've got all this stuff going. Oh, right, and then this is like an independent biomass burner. So I guess with this, what would the advantage of this be? I guess just that it isn't attached to the base. Well, and also this is only 2 burners, and if I want to make any more electrical connections, I guess I'm going to need a separate burner. But in any case, we need to collect just more copper and iron, so I guess I'm just sort of waiting for this to run. I'd like to figure out how we're going to automate production of things like wires and stuff. That's got to be in the tech tree here, huh? Aha, okay. Assembler. Yeah. This is in tier 2. Which just sort of takes a bunch of stuff. I guess I'll just go for this first. This feels important. Feels more important than the map. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of this stuff first. So cables, rods, screws, and plates. Just a lot of this garbage. Oh man, we're gonna be holding space for a while, and then I'm gonna find out in an hour that somebody said like, "Oh my God, why'd you do that? You should have just somehow automated it already." I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna need like 600 wires or something, I think it said. I don't know. Lots of stuff. I guess it's over here. 200 cables. It's a lot of cable. Jordan says, I may be missing something, but I started this up after watching yesterday, and idling at the craft bench seems way more efficient than early automation. I mean, I think some of it, to me, some of it felt necessary, right? Because it takes so many resources to build even like conveyor belts and things early on compared to what you have that I don't know that you can really just jump right into automation buildings without doing some of this. But I think that's kind of true of all of these types of games too. I don't know of a single game like this where you can just start automating right away. It feels like this is just kind of part of the typical loop. Okay, and now we make a cable. 200 of them. Okay, I'm just holding the button. I do wish you could just say, like, make 200 of these and then walk away and come back, you know? I mean, I get why you can't, I guess, because then that just means you would never build the automation buildings, but what is the difference between me holding this versus... I mean, I guess the difference is I can run around and collect things, but... Almost done. Okay. So that part's done. Now we need just like a ton of iron. So much. Luckily, I don't think our power is going to go down for a while. I'm kind of curious what's the... so it eats up 6 per minute. So, doing the math, this is, I don't know, what, 30 minutes worth? That's much better than we were dealing with yesterday, so I'll take it. Oh, thanks for reminding me about that, Black Cat. Yeah, I appreciate that. I forgot I can at least rest my left hand. This shouldn't actually take as long as it seems like it's going to take, though, because I think the screws manufacture pretty quickly. Kettlebell raises. We don't have any kettlebells in our home gym here, but we've thought about it. My wrist is really stiff this week, though. I'm basically taking a whole rest week. I got horrible posterior shin splints running, which I didn't know were a thing, and then very quickly realized were a terrible thing. And then, weightlifting the other day, I just like really hurt my back, like lats, sort of like a somewhat minor pull, but didn't feel very comfortable, so I'm just taking a whole week off. Which is frustrating, but what are you gonna do? I've hurt myself way too many times trying to exercise past the point of, you know, the pain threshold. Not a good idea to kind of tough it out. Shit means you need a $2,000 shoe fitting and $500 shoes. So I hear. No, I have really good shoes. I like my shoes a lot. I just pushed myself too hard. I was running 3 times a week, and I had never run before. And the running routine I was on, the day I injured myself, I was running, and I hadn't had any shin splint problems to that point, like after 5 weeks of running, but it just had me doing like a lot more distance than I had, and then also sprints in the middle of it, and the sprints I think are what did it. But also our sidewalks in our neighborhood are really kind of busted up, and some of the tiles are at like different angles and stuff, so I think it's just, it could be a little precarious. I think I probably landed on my ankles in an awkward position a few times. But yeah, I have Nike, what are they called? I forget, but they're nice. They're good running shoes. Very cushiony. Okay, I think we're gonna need a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, we've got that figured out. Oh boy, so much. Luckily, this is kind of keeping pace with our tinkering here. I like it, Krampus. I'm only so far into it here, but I can see the possibility space, and I'm excited by it. I think it's going to be a fun playthrough here. I do find myself wishing for some kind of pressure in games that don't have it. Like, I really like the Subnautica, like, arc there, where just by exploring you kind of end up in areas that are more dangerous, you know? I don't know if that's a part of this game or not. It feels like it probably isn't, but I guess we'll find out. But I really like occasionally feeling like, oh, I better like prepare for this kind of dangerous thing as opposed to just dealing with the logistics, you know? But obviously there's a little bit of combat in this game, but it seems kind of more of an annoyance than something that's actually very interesting. Okay, we're kind of bottlenecked here by iron. I wonder if I should just, while we're waiting, it seems like this would actually support 2 smelters, so let's just go and make that. Why not? I need a little wire. But let's start getting efficient. Oh, can I not? Oh, I don't have the part that would let me split this, huh? That's annoying. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to, like, manually split it either. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait. Yeah, I think that's a different milestone that I can't see right now, but yeah, I could make a whole other node to smelter thing, but guess I could just do it on this side, huh? Okay, fine. Ugh, just inevitably don't have enough. Oh, I need one of these things. Okay. Oh, what's happening? Ah, missing concrete. Need to figure out how to automate the concrete production. Oops. Okay. Oh, and then I'm going to need to make a separate storage for this, though. Which is kind of annoying and probably fairly temporary because I'm not going to... That's not always going to be the case, but alright, well... By the time I get done with this, I'm gonna have the upgrade, so I guess I'll just wait and get the conveyor belt splitter. Okay, what do we got left? Oh man, so many. Well, alright. I take it all back, we're gonna make two, because this is gonna take too long if we don't. Okay. That was a lot, but... Oh, we need to power this now? Let's see... So... Sure. Wait a minute. Oh, this isn't powered. Are we... Oh! Okay, alright. Second production line going for iron. So that should speed things up. In the meantime, I don't really know what else to do, though. It's kind of only so much you can do when you're waiting around for this one thing to happen. I'm kind of mystified by the toilet. There's a trash icon here. I guess that's for my inventory, though? Hmm. Oh. What? What? Oh, this is like a puzzle thing? Wait, what? Send. Okay. How do I rotate? Oh, oh no. I don't know how to rotate the pieces. I don't, sorry, I don't know what. I guess you can't. What is the point of this? Oh jeez, I missed out on that bonus. Oh no, what? Why is it beeping at me? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I answered the question of like what you do when you're waiting for a thing to build. This looks like 20% of mobile game. Oh my god, speaking of mobile game ads, I had a really weird experience with mobile game ads the other day. I assume most of you are probably familiar with the specific mobile game ad where it looks like kind of like a tower defense, well, more like a shoot 'em up kind of zombie tower defense thing where like the guy's like shooting vertically on the screen. It's like a shmup, but it's just like, it's, you know, it's in a lot of cases like there's this, sorry, I don't know why I'm like having a hard time describing this, because if you've seen it, you know, and if you haven't, then you don't. But like the 2 lanes, 1 build. Yeah, well, like, so yeah, there's usually like a single guy shooting up at like a bunch of zombies, and then something happens, and now there are like 3 guys shooting up in the sort of shmup way, and you like pick up bonuses and stuff. And anyway, I think people just generally understand that like these are kind of fake. I know there's one game that's like, we made the game that you think is the game that is actually fake most of the time, but we made the real one. Anyway, I had this crazy experience the other day where I got an ad for one of those, but it was, the account that it was an ad for was called like Ebony, and I was like, is this the Ebony from like 20 years ago or whatever, the dumb Malord ads? Anyway, I clicked through, because the ad was all about like shooting zombies and stuff, and I clicked through, and the actual game was just completely different. Like, it's just like a fantasy strategy game in the like Crusader Kings mold or something. And I looked at like the App Store ads and all of the reviews, or the App Store reviews, and all the reviews were just like, oh yeah, like the ads for this are like a shooting game, but the actual game is just not that. It's just like, my mind was completely blown. I understand that in a lot of cases, the ad is like a shooting thing that looks, I mean, like the actual game usually is a little bit like relatively close to the same genre at least, but like this was just completely different. They were just using an ad for one game to sell another. I just couldn't believe that like Apple approved that or like allowed that to happen. I just, it's just complete chaos. Like I can't believe it. I feel like in the past, though, it was at least okay. Yes, it's sort of like a pre-rendered cutscene version of the actual game. You know what I mean? Or like more of a proof of concept versus like what the actual game is, which is sort of like a bad version of what you're looking at. This was just literally like not at all like anywhere close, like in the stratosphere of what this thing was. I just I couldn't believe it. And I think I've seen that like multiple times with different games too. Like if you look up um, that kind of thing, you'll just find like a million examples of this now. It's just completely fake. I mean, obviously, like AI generated ads and stuff are a whole thing too now, but that really destroyed me. Just, I guess the piece of it that was bonkers to me is that Apple clearly doesn't care because it's like the #1 game on their platform. It's wild because I mean the other thing is like in the App Store storefront for that game, it wasn't like okay we got you like you click through now here are screenshots of the actual game. The screenshots were of the fake game. Like the screenshots were all the zombie thing, and then when you download the game, it's just like a Crusader case. Just can't. Uh, it was kind of mind blowing actually. I was really surprised how blatantly misleading it was. It's a little different than like having like a yeah, like an actor or something, or just making some nonsense sort of commercial. Like this was just representing the game in video and screenshots as a completely different thing. I don't know how anyone finds a good mobile game anymore. Yeah, I don't either. Occasionally I'll be like, oh, I kind of wish I knew what the good new mobile games are, and maybe the answer is just they don't exist. Or if they do, yeah, it's like very, very hard to find. Oh my. Oh.
Milestone reached.
Oh, wow.
The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Okay. I also want to grab this logistics thing here because I think being able to split the conveyor belt is going to be really important for using this assembler. See how big the numbers? Okay. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I played a true like phone app game. Actually, you know what? I do know. This happened to me like a couple months ago where I was like, I wish I knew a good mobile game that I could play. And then I realized like, oh, I haven't played Plants vs. Zombies in like 15 years. I guess I'll just open that and play it again. And so I did. I just played through Plants vs. Zombies 1 from start to finish. And it was still good. It's like that's the last era where I cared about phone games, actually. Oh, I can't do anything until the pod comes back. Okay. Oh, Vampire Survivor? Yeah, I played that on PC and console, actually, but I guess, you know what? I did grab the phone version, although I found it kind of frustrating that I couldn't control it as well. But, but yeah, that's totally... I mean, the same is true for me in Slay the Spire. I just, like, I move too fast in that game now to play it on the phone, but it technically does make a decent phone game if you use the touch controls and it doesn't frustrate you. Watching number go up. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just playing a clicker game. Except I'm not clicking anymore. It's interesting there's no survival layer to this. I feel like that, at least as an option, would have been fun. I kind of like the challenge of that part of Subnautica, of continuing to kind of keep yourself going, but... Okay, so we have the wire, we have the rods, we're gonna need 150, so we need another 100 plates. Just gonna have this ready to go when the pod comes back. Oh, I didn't even notice we have modular frames now. Huh. I wonder what that is. Is that like a building piece, maybe? No, that's gotta be just a part. Or a blueprint, I guess. Okay. 8 more plates and we should be good. Pod will be back in 45 seconds, so knock these 2 milestones out and then get building. Let's start building vertically, or building as they say. It's like I don't really have anything new in the workshop. Oh, here we go. This stuff kind of reminds me of like Homeworld or something. God, that's another sequel that I was really disappointed in. I mean, I didn't play the full game, but the Homeworld 3 demo, man, thought this is going to be really fun to play a new Homeworld game, and it just did not feel at all like the original to me.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory.
Nice.
Fixit
Okay,
encourages
so this is
you
how
to
we go
consider
vertical.
investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
It's not at all what I'm feeling listening to that voice, but okay, so looks like I need a little wire, and then I can really start to maximize this stuff. And we're gonna probably, yeah, well, we'll keep those, but we're gonna do some stuff here. This will be fun. Okay. want to go there. So we need more iron to do that. And I mean, actually, now we can start to really go nuts because I want to just start making plates and rods before anything gets stored here. So we don't need ingots to be stored, that's for sure. Well, I guess if we want screws. But why not just make screws? Let's just make all the stuff. Is this gonna take... This is taking... Okay. Oh wait, copper sheets go from the ingots, so... Alright, so we're gonna have to be careful about how we start to do this stuff, but looks like, generally speaking... Oh. Well, this doesn't want to... Oh, I got it all backwards, that's why. And let's... Oops. Uh-oh. Let's go. Smelter, miner... Remember what I had on 4, but let's do, oops, splitter. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of everything you'd want. All right, cool. So, did I screw this one up too? I probably did. Ah, yes, perfect. Okay, and then I think what I'll do is... Oh, I need a few cables. Oh, we've got a little copper building up here. Okay. Yeah, it feels like this is the first time in the game where I feel like don't need to worry about tech for a minute. Now it's just getting the supply chain going. And yeah, I fully anticipate this initial factory being blown away later because this is not going to look pretty. But it seems like the map's pretty big. Not too worried about it. Okay, that should be enough to build with for a minute. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I guess it's just that these are too close together. Well, let's just take that and destroy. Actually, I think maybe what we'll do... Yeah, let's just get rid of the storage containers for now, because maybe what we want to do is actually output to our new constructors. Oh, I need reinforced iron plates for those. Of course. Which take screws and plates. Okay, so these are big. Let's just kind of space things out a bit here now. Okay, so we'll say that's going to create plates. This will create rods. This will create screws. And okay, let's just clean this up. And maybe, I don't know, maybe one of these outputs we'll just reserve for ingots, just general, like, what if I need ingots? Sometimes you need an ingot. These all need to be powered, I guess. And I think maybe now is a good time to make our first independent biomass burner. So let's do that. Let's say, like, this is our... Oh, this is going to need a conveyor belt of biomass, though. How am I going to, like, keep that... Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you can just feed it manually. But I don't actually know, like, how are we going to harvest biomass without... Well, let's make one and find out. So... Okay, so you can just, like, put stuff in there. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know how the biomass metagame is going to function, but in the meantime, let's just connect all of these to this. And we're going. And now we'll output all of this into... we want separate containers or just one? I think just one probably, because I don't know that I'm going to need... Well, I mean, they're all going to be used to make stuff, too. Oh, boy, this is where things get complicated, and I'm, like, not really sure how the tech tree works yet, so it's kind of hard to know what I need to plan for. Let's just do a single storage box for now, and I'll figure it out later, I guess. Wait, I want... Huh? Hold on. Oh, I don't want to split. I want to converge. That's right. There we go. Oh, too close. Now I know why the map is so big, because you do need some space. Alright, so you go to here, and you go to here, and... Cool, okay. So are we good? We're making stuff? We're making plates? This says idle. Why are we idle? This is not producing. Why is this not producing? Why is this not producing? I didn't click the button. Okay. So now... No power. What? This is definitely connected. These are powered on. Is it not connected? Let's find out. Oh, it's not connected. Okay. Yeah, this 4 out of 4 wire thing is a little bit confusing to me. I'm not sure why everything needs its own pole, but... So can you only have one connection to the thing? Yeah, okay, so each power generator can only have one pole connecting to it? That's kind of weird, I don't quite get it. Plates. Well, let's see if our plate crate has anything in it yet. Not many. This seems slow. It seems like the input of this. So this is 3. We're creating 20 iron plate per minute. Not many, really. Well, you know what? I don't think we even need this. I don't think we need this. Not right now, anyway. Oh, geez. We're out of biomass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stream for about another hour. That's about right. Yeah, I think the next thing I'm gonna figure out is what we're doing here with power. This can't be... Ugh. This can't be what you have to do, running around and grabbing bushes every 30 minutes. There's gotta be a sustainable... Well, not sustainable, but there's gotta be a way to delay that through automation. We gotta figure it out. That big stone arch is cool. I want to go build on that. Yeah, I guess we're going to need to take our copper production into splitting that off into different specialized stuff, but let's figure this part out first. Oops. I don't know how to split a stack, but I guess I just won't for now. This is gonna be Aha! Chainsaw. Yeah. We gotta get that. Need screws, cables, and concrete. Well, this is a good time for me to figure out the... We'll start automating cable production, I guess, but also I don't know how to do concrete. Can we just set that up with an automated thing? With an let's see, a constructor. So I'll go toggle one of the existing ones and see what the deal is. Ah, yes you can, okay. So, let's do that. I'm tired of making concrete. Oh, need one more reinforced plate. I guess we need to make a burner for this. Which means I'm gonna have to go around and collect more stuff, but okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to do like an actual power system. Oh, what am I doing? Uh-oh, I'm like cheating. I guess they didn't want to do an actual like load system where things produce X number of like megawatts or whatever. So instead, it's just that each burner can only have 4 things connected to it. Although, no, this has megawatts. I don't quite understand the restriction on 4 things. Someone's gonna have to explain that to me. Just picking up my bushes. Bucket says, so you can get 6 connection poles later. Okay, fair enough. I was asking for that. You can branch infinitely? Well, wait, so, oh, wait a minute. So if I, no, but only one pole can be connected to each burner, right? Like if I do like this, I can't, yeah, I can't. So only 4 things can be connected to each burner. That's true, unless I'm missing something. Why are these not on? Oh, wait, this is just totally the wrong thing. We don't need that. This is how this works. No. Okay, we have concrete automated. Oh, I see, Air Jordan. Okay, so you can... Okay, got it. So in other words, this pole can connect to this pole, which then creates more and okay, etc., etc. So I don't really need to be doing what I'm doing. I just need to organize it better. Oh my god, how do I, like, restart this now? It'd be such a mess to unwind all of it. But having these, like, burners out in space is gonna get very complicated, I think. Oh my god, I think I have to sort this out. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay, well... Wish me luck, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, so we're gonna say, like, initial pole, and then, like, 1, 2, 3 here, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, or something, and then, so this goes to this, which goes to this, which goes to this, yeah, oh boy. Oh boy. And then... I think we'll say, like, this one's gonna service... Oh god. What? Like these... And that. This is stressing me out. This is just a lot of, like... Okay, don't need that connection anymore. This can go to here, this will go to here. Oh boy. Let's say you... no. This is gonna be this one. This is gonna also go to that. And I think actually I have more than I need, but that... Oh, these need a connection, so... Screw it. We'll just go from this to this. And then... Luckily, the splitters don't need power. I think that's everything. Everything shuts down on cue. Oh, do I have too many connections? Oh, okay. So I did need more than one. The capacity is 20, we have 24 hooked up. What about this? Yeah, alright. So, where's this? This one's going all the way... Hey. I think we're pretty close. I think then what I'll do... Just change this connection to the other circuit. Boy, now I really want to be able to, like, color code the circuits or something, you know? Oh no! I think that overloaded the other one. Alright, I guess we're gonna need a third burner. Alright. That's fair. Let's just say that everything on this end here is probably like third burner. You know what, and then we'll create it over here so that I don't have to worry too much about where to input the stuff, the biomass right now. But, and then we can just use this circuit. So, I think just doing this to this should simplify things. Yep, okay. What about this one now? Oh, that just took the load completely off of this one. Okay. So now... maybe we just combine these two. If we can. Right, so if we do that, that should just share the load. Yeah. It's maybe less efficient to have them combined, I'm not sure. It seems like that may be true, but it works for now, so we're gonna go with it. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. We need cables, so let's start getting our copper split here. Oh my, that's a lot of copper just on the ground. Let's see. So, alright, so we're gonna do a little manual crafting here before we get going on this. Oh, good to know, Black Cat. Okay. Yeah, Affable. I love and hate that moment. I also love it, but it can be... In this case, I really just wish I had a few more pieces to make this slightly easier, although I guess now that we have the vertical pieces, I shouldn't complain too much because that's kind of mostly what I was looking for. Get this limestone out of my inventory and into concrete. Okay. Yes. So. Oh, I didn't make any more advanced stuff, but that's all right. We're gonna build in this direction because we were running out of space the other way. Although we've got these ore things over here. Is this? This is iron? Yeah. Okay. Oh, my main sadness right now is just the amount of space. I kind of, yeah, I wish I picked a better spot for my base now, but and then let's do a splitter here, knowing that we're probably going to want this to split off at some point. Okay, we got to go wire. And then we're going to have to make another one to make stuff out of the wire. Oops. Toby's not here right now, Oliver, but I'll feed him the treat when he comes back around. He'll probably be begging for his evening meal here without too much delay, I would say. Probably, we've got 10 minutes before he comes in here crying about it. Okay. Now, what are we doing? We're doing another assembler, but after this one. Oh no, wait, what? Instructor, not assembler. I don't actually know. I guess assembler is when you need two things for a blueprint, which we don't really have yet. And then I'm going to want to split this, I think, because... yeah, because this is just making wire, but I'll probably want some wire that's just wire. How's the load on this one? Oh, we're good on this one. Okay, so let's go. Let's do a bolt here. And I guess what I'm going to do with all of this is just kind of... Oh wait, this is over a... what you call it? Send it all to that single crate for now, which I know is probably not what we're going to want forever, but plates, concrete. Ooh, yeah, it's nice having all this automated because now when we want to build stuff, we don't have doing any manual crafting. This is great. Okay. We're gonna need another convergence. Merger situation. Here, let's dismantle this and give ourselves a little more space. Oops. Okay, so now we've got wire. We've got copper ingots, just because I feel like we're probably going to want some of those. And we have cables, all heading to our central storage zone. I think that's kind of it for now, right? In terms of stuff that we need. I mean, we can make copper sheets. But you know what? I guess instead of having the ingots sent, we should just be making copper sheets out of those, huh? I think that's probably just the other thing that we need. Eventually, I don't need it yet, but it seems like that's probably coming. Okay. Are we hitting a bit of a bottleneck here in terms of the single storage thing? Okay. Let's make a second one just for the copper products then. But nice to have them centrally located, at least for now. I'm sure we're going to need to split these off into different types of production. Hopefully there's like a way to sort, so that we don't necessarily need to always have the individual things perfectly routed, but... Okay, I mean, I think this is like way better. Now we need screws, we need cable, and we need concrete for our next milestone. Oh, we're not making screws, are we? Oh. Oh, I'm dumb because we need iron rods. This should be making iron rods, not screws. And then coming out of here, oh boy, okay. We gotta change this around. So this needs to go to an iron rod. This needs to split off. I need cables. Okay. So we're going to split this. Some of these will go into the storage as rods. Some of the rods will go off to the side here and be turned into screws. Doesn't like making that part of a turn, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, it's because I'm really bad at making these the right direction. god, am I gonna be able to, like, power these things? Oh. We're gonna need another power line to both... Well, that one's fine, but this is gonna need its own power. Oh wait, the power all just shut off. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's go see what's going on there. I have a feeling it just ran out of juice, but... Oh wait, nope. Oh, this one maybe? Oh, we've just overloaded it. Okay, we're gonna need another burner. Oh boy. This is getting crazy. So... Oops. More leaves. I need this chainsaw. Anybody who's played this game, I'm curious if you can somewhat spoil me. Is there eventually a way to automate the power generation, or do you really have to just always run around collecting stuff? I mean, there's got to be a way to, like, mine, like, drill for oil, right? I mean, or, like, hit uranium or something? I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something. Several tiers of automated power. Okay. I didn't know if maybe this game went all in on, like, this is the one limiting factor. You've got to do this every now and then. Okay, thanks, Kat and Richard. Good to know. Okay, so let's fill this guy up and refill a little bit of that. And okay. It seems like now everything should be powered. That's yellow. Okay, now it's blinking green, so what about this one? Why is this yellow? Idle. Oh, okay, we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna double check. Okay, we got screws, we've got rods, all being put into here. Yeah, I think we're good now. I'm actually gonna put down any these like ingots, because I clearly don't need that stuff anymore for now. All right. Full automation for the base stuff. Now we just gotta wait for cables and screws to come in. I mean, my only thing is, like, the cables seem like they're producing pretty slowly. What's the bottleneck here? Is it the fact that half this wire is getting split off, maybe? Maybe we don't want it split right now? Yeah, I don't think we can actually support that, but I also don't know that I need wire in and of itself. Use the conveyors and I have to insert the biomass directly. That's true. I should probably just do that, huh? So let's just create, like, looks like the base ones you can't, though. But at least I could automate these ones. A little annoying that I placed them so stupidly. But what are you gonna do? So oh boy. Don't use the ones on the base. Oh, do we need to just redo the... Oh, it's madness. It's already madness. And maybe I need to just create a new power facility, like, over here, and just use the same wiring, but get us off the base and simplify the fuel production. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, but I think before I do that, I want to grab some materials so that I can build all this stuff if I get stuck on that front. So, you know, I'm just going to build it all from scratch too, and instead of tearing down the other stuff first. Okay, so we're going to say this is our biomass input. Will that be able to? Okay. Alright, I don't have these on. So. Alright. 1, 2. Probably need 4 for now. Who knows later. Oh no. What? Okay. That's interesting, Richard. Yeah, not a bad idea. So, Alright, I'll try to do this, like... Well... I guess the real way to do this... Well... I'm losing my mind. We'll just shut everything down. That's the real way to do it. Oh. Oh, okay, good. That does... This doesn't... So conveyors don't need power to function. That's weird. But fine. Actually, I don't know that we're gonna need more than the one pole for that side. Let's find out. Nope. Sounds good. Okay. This one's gonna be trickier, so we'll do that on that one. This might be fine, but... Okay. And then this circuit is its own deal, so let's go... I truly hate how messy this is, but I really think the new base is in the cards later on. Okay, I think that split things relatively decently. Oh, this one's... Wait, is this just not powered? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. That was a problem. Okay, I think that about did it for what we've got currently. So now I probably just need to do a little bit of bulking up on the biomass front, and then we're probably good for a little bit. That was a lot. I'm really wishing, yeah, for just a nice, clean, flat plateau to restart on. The even the little hills and terrain are bugging me. It's like oh man, I want a factory floor. We've got to create some kind of mega warehouse here. I'm not going to be happy with this slapdash organic building. I guess that's the part of this game that is both like unique and you kind of have to just embrace, like the aesthetic part. Like some of this is just like you know, do you enjoy creating the nice and tidy version of this stuff? So can we probably should be able to create the biomass using the constructor. Like automate the creation rather. So yeah, okay. So biomass leaves and wood. A little jammed here. This miner is not ideally placed. Maybe we'll do our first... Well, I don't really want to have to, like, go up there to feed this thing. Jack Nicholson nodding, yeah. Alright, we'll just build it over here. This is just going to be really gross until we restart, but... I think the good news is I'm getting faster at just sort of knowing how to build the basic things. Which, it's going to speed some of this up. Why won't this build? Oh, I don't have cables. Oh man, I'm going to run all the way across the map to go get the cables. I'll just steal two. Oh, now wait a minute. These aren't gonna split, they're not gonna sort, so I actually probably can't do this, huh? I'm gonna need two different storage containers. One for leaves and one for wood. And at that point, do I even need storage containers? Well, I guess I do, because those things only hold so much. And I will converge. And this is our biomass now. So we'll just... do we want a storage container for the biomass that then probably... Yeah, I think so. So we're going to want this to go... Oops, did I? Okay, I picked up all stuff that was there. Gross, gross, gross. Where was the start of... Oh, the split's here, actually, so I'm good. Okay. Yuck. Alright. Oh, did I pick up all the biomass? Or did I just... There just wasn't any left? Okay. Oh, this needs to be powered now. Take it off of this one. Hope that that's okay load-wise. Which one's which? I didn't decide yet. Okay, left will be leaves, right will be... Oh. Right will be wood. Oh, I need some kind of sign. Can I, like, retitle this? Oh, that's annoying. I want to be able to just say, like, this is the leaf one. Well, let's make sure this is working anyway. Okay. It seems like it is. Oh man, we've got vertical motion now. Look at this. I like this. Oh yeah, this is... Oh man. I can't wait until we've got conveyor belts on conveyor belts. What was I doing? I guess I was doing all of this just to not have to keep collecting... Oh boy. Fuse blown. I think that one circuit's probably not enough, huh? Well, seems fine. What? Oh, it's this one. Oh, it just didn't have enough fuel because of the production issue. Maybe, hopefully. Oh no, it is redlining at times. Okay, let's. This one should be able to help. So maybe, so can we just connect them? Yeah, okay, cool. So these two are now working in concert. Alright. It's not quite duct taped together, but it's close. I just need a few more screws and we are good to go. I can probably just craft those actually. Yep. 3,000. Boom.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun, fun, fun.
Cool. So we can make a chainsaw now, and I don't know why our screw production is so slow. I guess it's because our iron rod production is relatively limited here. Only making 15 a minute. I think for now, I'm happy to just let that stuff be slowly ticking up while I do other things, and we'll create the mathematically efficient version for base number 2. I mean, obviously, the real way to do this is to look at the tick rate per minute of each thing and know that, like, okay, if I'm mining X number of things, of ingots, then that creates X number of, or X number of ore. The ingots are produced at this rate, which can then sustain this many things. You know, it's just the whole math problem, which I'm sure there's probably some chart online that says, like, this many factories per mining unit, etc., etc. But I guess the quality of the ore field is also going to impact this too, though, which is an interesting twist. Okay. We have a chainsaw. How do I use it, though? Oh, we need fuel for it. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Easier if you think of your ore spots as your bottlenecks, because anything else you can build enough to exceed that limit. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I need more space to sort of blow out the number of, like, factories and things. I keep using the word factory. It's not a factory. It's an assembler or whatever. But yeah, I need to get a sense of, like, how much ore I would need to keep those going. Oh wait, this takes. What does this take? How do I power this thing? Oh, it's biofuel. Okay. I go steal a little bit then. Wait, that's biomass. Wait, how do you make biofuel? Oh, man. It's always something. Solid biofuel. Okay, so that's made out of the biomass. Oh, this takes quite a lot. So we're going to want to basically make a biomass factory. Oh, that gives a lot though. Oh, he really does not like this sound. I don't know if you can hear him barking in the background, but he's not happy about the chainsaw. Well, this is definitely the way to go for that stuff. Yeah, I guess here we're going to want to split. And, well, I really thought you could plop these on top of... Nope. Well, maybe? Does that work? Does this work? I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't seem to be. Well, maybe that is gonna work. Yeah, okay. Just has to, like, overlap in the right way. Alright, so... I actually don't know if this is gonna even allow us to make biomass. Let's see. Ah, it is. Alright. Okay, so biomass goes in here and we get our fuel from here. And there it is. I gotta cut down this tree because it's really bothering me that it's in the middle of this thing. Oh, maybe I won't be able to reach it. Oh, no. Oh, wait, I can climb. Oh, yeah. Nice. No clipping trees on this property. Maybe a little disturbing how, like, lethally I'm chopping down every tree on this planet, but... It's this or collecting bushes, and you know, the choice is clear. Okay, so what's actually next? I didn't choose an objective, but I'm curious, like, what we can shoot for now. Faster conveyor belts. I think it'd be nice to have the base building pieces. Oh, I want this field research done too. Let's get that. I bet I can just collect what our base has been producing and make that. Oh, it's going to take wire though, which I did interrupt the wire split. I'm regretting that now. Let's undo that. Oh yeah, look at me. If I hadn't done that, it would be good. Although I could just craft it, I guess. Just the camera. Just don't have it. I had to mess with it. There's no Toby cam. Janelle was trying to have Toby appear, but I need to redo Toby cam again, so not today. Do Twitch ads reflect discussions in chat? I have no idea, Cytolytic. I would not imagine, but then again, who knows these days. Oh, just need 50 more. It's probably not the most efficient way to do this, but I wonder how full these are. Let's see. Oh, they're pretty full. That's satisfying. Okay. Well, a lot of progress has been made here. Just craft the rest of these wires now that I have these ingots. God, I had those sitting on the ground there.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay, we have the map finally. Oh, you have to place manual markers? Oh. Interesting. It seems like the map is large, but not quite as large as I thought, unless there's a way to, like, scroll it. But if this is the whole map here, it's not, like, that daunting. object scanner. Well, I think this is a good amount of progress for today. I'm going to make this object scanner. And I don't know, can I put this in my other hand? Yeah, okay. Let's scan an object. Oh. I'm not sure what this does. I have no idea. I thought you'd be like scanning just like the stuff in the world, but apparently not. Oh. So you set what you want it to scan for. How do you set what the object is? I guess it would be this thing, but I don't have anything on the list. I don't know how to enable that. Oh my god, I never connected the concrete back up to the... Whoops. Like, why don't I have all the concrete in the world? We should be fine. How am I gonna hook this up now? Let's see. Man, it'd be nice if this did an easier right turn, but I guess maybe that's future tech. Okay, there we go. Right, you can scan for ore with the V thing, but then the scanners for objects you haven't found? Okay. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Good thing I noticed this, though. It'd be very annoying to not have any concrete coming in. Looks like I just need a little bit more. Oh, nice, the map shows the ore. That's cool. And then I guess I'd have to manually mark it if I want to know where it is for later.
Milestone
Cool.
reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall,
Here we
be
go.
reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
All right. Well, this is a good place to stop, I think, because this base building stuff just opened up a whole new world of insanity. This is going to make it very doable in terms of... I'm not going to tear it all down. We might build a new place, though, I think, using the resources that are coming into our crates here. I think this is like supplying us with all the units that we'll need to build a new base without too much of a hassle. And that's exciting. But Toby needs a walk. So I'm going to have to take off for now. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, folks. This is fun. I'm very much enjoying this game. Oh yeah, look, we can get a bit of a vantage point here. Yeah, it's a good little starter base, but definitely, definitely could be improved. Man, I want to get this back on the grid. I need things to look tidier than this for base 2.0. So I think that's next time. But yeah, take care, everybody. I will see you possibly tomorrow. Bye.